Hi guys, this is Matthew Pope from the British Preservation Society. Now, the courts and the government have said that they're going to allow Gazan refugees to resettle within the UK. This is extremely problematic. I'll tell you for why. Hamas in 2006 were voted in. So the Gazan people voted for Hamas. So I'll take you back a little bit. During the 6-Day War, basically the same again as today, all the surrounding Muslim countries of Israel decided to attack Israel. Israel wiped them all out within 6 days. Okay, they attacked their military defences, their aircrafts, all this. They basically shut down all these countries around them within 6 days. During the 6-Day War, Israel took Gaza. Israel did not want Gaza. The area is an area that pretty much nobody wanted. Israel tried to give Gaza to Egypt. Egypt refused. So in 2006, Israel just decided to give up on Gaza and go home to Israel. So they left the land. In 2006, the Gazan people had an election and they decided to elect Hamas, which in Britain, Hamas is a designated terrorist organisation. Now, the Hamas manifesto was to take over Israel and kill the Jewish Israelis. Now, Israel holds 18% Muslim population, but Hamas haven't mentioned the Muslim population of Israel. They just want to kill the Jewish people. It was in their manifest. They even quoted hadith about a stone saying, "There is a Jew behind me, kill him," and things like this. So they were quoting hadith within their manifesto against the Jews. So Hamas were voted in 2006. Then, since 2006, they haven't stopped firing rockets at Israel. Okay, we don't hear about many of them because the Israeli defence is fantastic. The Iron Dome, basically it takes out about 90% of missiles that are fired at Israel. Hamas are also not very capable, so a lot of their missiles are duds, basically. But they haven't stopped firing rockets. I think they fired, in 2021, they fired about 4,000 rockets at Israel in the space of a week. So, and this is what the Gazan people voted for. Now, during the war, when Israel, the IDF, went into Gaza, they found tunnels. A whole network of tunnels built around Gaza. Do you think Hamas themselves built those tunnels? It was the Gazan people. The Gazan people voted for Hamas, they supported Hamas, they built the tunnels for Hamas to hide in. Now, one of the worst atrocities is the fact that the Gazan people allowed Hamas to use schools and hospitals as military bases and weapon stockpile areas. So the Gazan people allowed that, supported that. Hamas had the full support of the Gazan population on October the 7th when Hamas decided to send in ground troops into Israel and take hostages, kill women and children, attack people as they were celebrating at a festival. So these are the people that the government are now saying that we should allow into the UK. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? As I said, Hamas is a designated terrorist organisation in this country. And we're now going to allow people to come over who voted for Hamas, who supported Hamas, who helped Hamas. I mean, it's not going to end well. We've already allowed Pakistanis to come over here and rape all our little girls all across the UK. Are we going to allow Gazans to come over here and start popping us off one by one? No. I mean, all this has to stop. All this support for terrorism in the UK has to stop. I mean, it's getting to the stage now where they're saying, oh, but they're killing Gazan civilians, they're taking out Palestinian residential areas and that. So, who cares? During World War II, the British, the Americans, we attacked Germany, we killed German civilians, we attacked German residential places. It's a whole part of war, it happens. Would you have supported the Nazis back in the 1930s and 1940s because Germans died? No. So why would you support Hamas because Gazans are dying? Makes no logical sense whatsoever. But we don't want this in our nation. We don't want to accept Gazan refugees, people who are displaced by a war that they started themselves. And my last point here is the IDF have a lot of trouble fighting Hamas. Because the IDF don't want to level the whole entire place and start again, they're actually trying to combat Hamas face to face. Israel sent in ground troops at the beginning of the war to limit civilian casualties. Now the problem the IDF have is they can't distinguish the difference between a Gazan civilian and a Hamas soldier. So if IDF, who have been dealing with Hamas for decades, can't even tell the difference between a Hamas and a Gazan civilian, how the fuck are our border control going to? So we're going to open the floodgates to more terrorism. Don't allow it, protest it, write to your local MP about it, try to get the knowledge out about the whole entire situation in the Middle East, because there is so much misinformation coming from the left, and it's because they hate Jews, basically. But thank you ever so much for listening, and I'll see you all in the next video.